I activate my trap card.
What's that?
Polygamy activate.
What? Poly? Nah. What the?
The tunnel. Love is what makes us feel whole. Love.
Yep.
Shut up. Nobody's trying to
Damn.
hear TED Talk from Sir Virgin over here. on
Yo.
goddamn Women. Your lonely ass only knows about 2D women. Go on then, jackass. Start talking about whatever degenerate
bro.
anime it is today. Go cope about how
Go
the
cope.
anime isn't degenerate, but it's wholesome. Well,
Fight back.
okay then. I'll do just that. So when the 100 girlfriends who really love
I gotta check out this anime. People keep saying it's peak, but what kind of peak are we talking, bro? I just thought it was a harem. But alright.
I think everybody expected it to be one of the most degenerate anime of all time, considering it was a part of the harem genre. You know, the genre known for getting as close to hentai as possible without crossing the line. So when an anime called The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You came out, it seemed it would hold levels of horniness that haven't been recorded since the rise of Bunny Walker in the early 2020s, and that assumption is absolutely, positively correct.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, hear me
Let's
out.
see
100 Girlfriends is degenerate. Yes, that is a fact. But it is also probably the most wholesome anime I've watched in a long time, and I know. Please hear me out.
Alright, yo, I'm letting you cook.
But it's packed with comedy that isn't cringe. I know, a rom-com that has actual humor, and more importantly,
that's what it needs to save itself. If all you got is just the pretty girls for your harem anime, it's not gonna survive.
Than anything. The production is such a high quality that, to be frank, the show just fucking slaps. I get being skeptical, but what you gotta understand about watching anime in 2025 is everything comes packaged together. It's like walking to McDonald's and there only being combo meals. You want an action-heavy romance story? Well, you're gonna have to deal with fan service. You want an adult romance story? Well, you're gonna have to deal with incest, cucking, and probably So if you want a harem story that's done well, you are absolutely, positively going to have to take that with the biggest side of fan service.
The biggest side of fan service.
Fan service comes in all shapes and sizes. It can be annoying. Of course, but in rom-coms, it can be the whole reason you watch the anime. But here in 100 Girlfriends, it may be the most tasteful and best use of fan service yet. Most of the time.
Yo!
Scenes on the other end of the spectrum.
Oh my god!
Don't hate the player, hate the game. So what is the game? What is the premise? How do we get to these?
Like how did this happen?
I'm trying to justify fan service. Well, it
essentially
our main character Rentaro, who at the beginning of the story is just like you and I. What do I mean by that? Well, just like you and I, he can't get a girlfriend to save his life.
Hey, bro!
So he does the only thing anyone in our situation could possibly think of doing. He
What's
goes
up?
to the deity of Gooners and asks him for help.
The deity of
Gooners claims Rentaro will get 100 soulmates, and if one of them reject him or they break up, they will die. Have you seen a piece of media with the plot so deep? Not Mappa, not Tarantino, not Brazzers. Nobody.
That's the plot?
Yeah, it's a little fucking stupid. Okay.
That's the plot of 100 Girlfriends.
I know. The anime was always
I had no idea.
Ridiculous setup. Do I need to remind you of the title? So maybe a clear plot device will allow justification for why Rentaro needs to reach the height of polygamy.
Yeah.
But it's not just a waste of time. You see, these events set the tone of what kind of story 100.
But 100 is
in terms
insane.
of comedy and production. He doesn't just get rejected. He gets.
I thought you were my little pog champ.
Oh, what the fuck?
Turns out that you were cringe.
What?
Rejected. He's been rejected once, but 100
Oh my
times.
gosh.
He doesn't just move on. His friends mock him for it. He doesn't just meet a Gooner god, but a Gooner god that also looks like he's shot up with cocaine. And hey, look, there's also a Tokyo Ghoul reference.
Oh my gosh,
the harem genre has been going head to head with isekai for years and seeing who can reach the most degenerate of them all. But
basically, it's been a non-stop battle for the last 4 or 5 years. It's insufferable now. Holy crap!
It's already a switch up because I mean, who wants to watch an anime that's actually degenerate?
I'm saying, oh my god, here we go, bro.
Okay,
bro, chill.
Some of us like degenerate content. Rent a
Not me.
3x3, and if you want to see my justification for that, you can check out my full breakdown on Patreon, as well as a bunch of other additional content from my stupid ass. Thank you, and please check it out. The 100 Girlfriends isn't the only time we've seen an anime step outside the shadow of its genre and try things that are different.
Yeah,
we had
very true.
Trying to shonen formula with a food competition.
Yeah.
We had Oshinoko mixing idol anime with mystery, or even Fate making an anime with 10 different starts.
Basically, Tony Hawk Pro Skater was in there.
Keep true to what the core of the genre is. And here, that core is the girl competition. If you don't know what I'm talking about, be warned. Peak degeneracy ahead.
All right, let's just get it on. Let's get it over, bro.
I know about the stuff.
How?
Let's just.
I know what you are.
Okay, so what is the girl competition?
Nah, I know what you are, bro.
As we know, a harem is filled with multiple women.
Yeah.
And there's archetypes for each type of anime girl, known as the periodic table of the
What is this?
These are a classification of what the personality of each anime girl is. Now, there's a lot, but some popular ones include the tsundere, the feisty on the outside, soft on the inside type, or the yandere.
What is this, Pokemon?
Insane on the inside. or a kudere.
Oh, what's a
cold and
kudere?
calculated, a dondere, shy and timid. There's unlimited amounts of these, but the dere chart then gets
This is deep! Is this actually real?
harem form. You have the main girl, who's almost always just a basic good girl that is often a balance of the dere chart, with a lean in one direction. But where the real harem competition starts is the side characters. And these side characters are every form of dere tuned up to 1,000. The tsunderes are extra angry, the kuderes are completely cold, and the reason their classification matters so much is generally when you're balancing the amount of characters a harem does, you need to make them stand out somehow, and accentuating their personality is the best way to do that. And from here, degenerates will argue online about who they like. The second place blue-haired girl lovers will create
the blue-haired girl theory needs to be studied. What is up with that? That's a real thing. And they never win. Never win.
Those who are too far gone may try and find their desires in dojins. To harem lovers, this isn't just a game to them. This is real life.
Bro.
Jesus fucking Christ. I cannot believe I just did that whole breakdown. I am too far gone.
You were deep.
Please leave a like. So
you're deep, bro.
So that being said, how does 100 girlfriends approach this? Surely there's going to be wars when you're talking about 100 girls, right? Surely.
Oh my god.
You fool. You think so small? You think just because we're degenerates we don't know how to think? I activate my trap card.
What's that?
Polygamy activate.
What? Pull it? Nah. What the?
It isn't 100 girlfriends fighting for his love. It is 100 girlfriends in a relationship together.
Oh my god.
Spreading his love
wait.
When one of them gets kissed, they all get kissed. When one of them is uncomfortable, they all work together to solve the problem.
What the hell?
Breaking the pillar of what the genre was built on. So with that being said, with season 2 going on, it's time we introduce you to the girls. We have Hikari, the clumsy fan service girl that Twitter loves. We have Karane, the tsundere girl that is super tsundere. We have Shizuka, who is... We have Nano, the cold calculated super genius. We have Kuzuri, the crazy scientist who has 2 forms. We have Hahari, who is Hikari's mother, and incest. Kurumi, she just eats a lot. Like, that's it. And then finally we have Mei, who is the maid of Hikari and Hahari. 9 do everything together in food competitions, to rescue missions, to water parks, and to be honest, the reason why this works is because it's very similar to One Piece. So One Piece has a lot of SEO, but I'm sure if you haven't watched it, you've heard people say, yeah, One Piece doesn't get good till episode 400, which is untrue, by the way.
No, that's untrue. I agree.
400, but anyways, there's a lot of poor arcs in One Piece, but what makes One Piece so great is the characters. You are willing to watch the characters do anything, and some of the peak moments of One Piece.
The characters in the world are what make One Piece what it was, like, honestly. And Arlong Park is what kicked the story off into, like, the stars. I'm just saying.
It's when the characters are just hanging around, bantering. And here we have the same feeling. All of the characters have their own unique quirks, beyond just their personality, that will leave you entertained. Like at one point, Kuzuri accidentally turns all the girlfriends to a group of hunters who need to be kissed immediately, with effects lasting 1 hour, and if not given the antidote in that time, they will be stuck in that form forever.
Oh
and
my god.
It literally turns into a horror game with Kuzuri and Rentaro hiding while the girlfriends hunt Rentaro, and they have to create unique solutions to fend them off. There was also an episode where they go to a water park, and I know, surprise, surprise, who would have thought? But Nano and Hikari get hit on for reasons, but Rentaro is knocked out, and right at the moment where the guys are about to go too far, Rentaro jumps into combat at the last second to fend off the ghouls. Now, we'll get into why these ridiculous situations work in a bit, but I do think that balance and dynamic of the characters does feel like you're watching the ultimate crossover episode, with each crazy, exaggerated personality being blended together with insane premises before you're like, still sounds a little slightly above mid. That is true, but what allows it to break into that next tier is the production. Now, it's no shocker to anyone that since 2020 with Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen,
animes has been going nuts.
Have increased drastically. No longer just animating the manga will be enough. And what has also changed is the standards go beyond just art style and animation, but sophisticated anime fans have now added the term direction to their vernacular. And directing is what can lead there to be a lot more moments, where in any given episode now in 2025, you have 4 to 5 moments per episode where you realize the direction really added to your experience. And the best way to show it off is breaking down one of the craziest slice of life episodes we have seen. And be ready, this is about to be a roller coaster of events. Episode starts. We immediately have a conversation between Rentaro and Hahari. Needless to say, cut to the other girls playing cards. They get serious and start hearing whatever is going on. They get jealous and break into the room, only to find they get even more jealous. He's so embarrassed he passes out, and the only solution is that a prince must come to save him. After that, Rentaro decides he must take a shower after the event, so the girls plot to figure out how they can peep on him, deliberating all possible options. The quiet girl tries to stop them, so they roll her up to prevent intervention, and the rest proceed to the rooftop where the Mission Impossible style slide through the window to just get a peep of their king, only to accidentally alert Rentaro, who thinks he's seen a ghost, and he becomes terrified like that little bitch Deku, and he gets super worried. In parallel, parallel to this, the quiet girl all of a sudden tries to break free to warn Rentaro that the others are coming, and although the others failed at their Mission Impossible attempt, they try and peep on him through the ceiling, only for Rentaro to once again get scared and worried like that little bitch Deku, and then boom, the quiet girl breaks free and pops in and warns Rentaro, only to see his trunk. Their words, not mine. And then the other girls calm down and admit their desires, and Rentaro lets them off easy. That was 10 minutes of one episode.
That's 10 minutes of one episode.
A lot happens to keep the action moving. There's almost unlimited character stuff to balance here, yet through degeneracy.
So it's a lot. It's like a lot happening in one. Yeah.
Tell, it's also because they aren't based in realism, and the anime is hilariously self-aware. You see, most harem anime take itself way too seriously. For example, this year we've had.
I feel like that's the specialty behind 100 Girlfriends. I've never watched it, but the fact that it's a comedy that's a harem that doesn't take itself too seriously, that breaks the rules of harem. Okay, I get it. I get it.
The premise of the main girl speaking Russian, while her sister also has a crush on the main character, but the main character's sister also has a crush on him, but the main character's sister's maid also has a crush on him, and the anime, while having that premise, is trying to have a deep story that makes you think, which is just not gonna happen.
Stop.
Too Many Losing Heroines has a switch up where the main
character show was fire.
Gay best friend for 4 girls that got broken up with.
Yeah.
Story 2 is a little bit deeper, and to be fair, they pull it off better than Alia did, but still, it's like, come on, guys, it's not anything revolutionary.
Yeah, it's not, but it was good.
That they're begging the viewer to self-insert. What is a self-insert? You see, this is something so powerful and dangerous. It's wage wars on Twitter. It's
the gumball.
So if the viewer uses pure fucking idiocy, they insert themselves into the main character and feel that the struggles and success of the main character are his own. So in other words, they're a fucking schizo.
Self-insert.
I could write a whole video on that problem and all the benefits and negatives it has on media, but you see, that's something a serious channel would do. Not that. But you see, 100 Girlfriends is a different solution to the self-insert that you wouldn't expect, with constant references to harem tropes, constantly mocking harem tropes and fourth wall breaks, referencing moments happening too early or tropes done incorrectly. This level of self-awareness would shock a Taylor Swift fan. To have an anime openly mock everything about it just like that and its viewers,
I'm saying
pretty baller.
Self-awareness is wild that they do it on
season 2 episode 1, where the characters are talking about how long it's been since we saw an episode and understood their relationship, and some characters are like, what are you talking about? No time has passed. And they straight up just season 1 came out in December 2023.
Oh my gosh, I like that.
We need to get them up to speed. I don't want to spoil a lot of the sad.
I like that. I like that they broke the first wall and were like self-aware.
Really funny, but I don't even think that's the ultimate slap in the face of.
Honestly, I feel it's more of a comedy than harem. Actually,
genre that 100 Girlfriends does is Rentaro himself. You see, most romance anime have shitty protagonists that are really as interesting as My Hero Academia, meaning not.
Yo, bro, what's with you and Deku?
Nonchalant personality, with the only good ones really being Kazuya. But Kazuya is from the greatest anime of all time.
Nah, hate that anime so much.
Characters from a piece of media of that stature to really any other form of media. But Rentaro, while being good, it's not like he comes off as basic because of the fact that he's in these Rick and Morty ass situations.
Basically, normal, Rick and Morty ass show. That's what I was thinking about.
Women. Now, of course, the 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you, it's not the greatest piece of media like Rent a Girlfriend. But if you try out the genre, I think it's safe to say this is the harem to give a go.
It seems funny.
It's the greatest video in anime YouTube history. Me roasting 100 anime.
Bro.
I literally danced in that video. So please give it a watch. Leave a.
As always, man. Yo, that was funny as heck. It's Quiche. Bro, sorry, I'm sick, so I'm gonna mess up your name. As always, man, your videos are funny as hell. Yo, that's honestly wild. You know what? I'm gonna give 100 Girlfriends a try. I get it now. It is a comedy harem. Doesn't take itself too seriously. The characters go on these Rick and Morty ass adventures. And you know what? I think that's perfect. That sounds like the right comedy, man. Like, it's got the waifus if you want that. It's got the comedy if you want that. I think that flows great. Bro, with that being said, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Let me know what else you want me to react to next. And of course, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Alright, bro, I am gone.